Greetings to all! Piper here. Paying the piper, if you please. Yes, playing the piper. Yeah, that totally makes sense. And welcome to yet another episode of Project D3. As you see here from our episode from the future, I have hatched the Kiwimon, and I have named him Extinct. And yes, I've probably misspelled his name, but oh well. Extinct is a little bit of an odd duck, or bird, if you prefer. Let me go ahead and pull up his information. He only has 74% of his total abilities. I've gone ahead and unlocked his side ultimate and mega. But wait, you may ask, where's his rookie and champion? Bingo! Kiwimon starts out default champion, same as Jamojimon. Speaking of which, in 1 second, there he is! Nothing really exciting to talk about Kiwimon. You can ride Griffimon, his mega, but that requires 2 mode selectors. Again, those are acquired through the cash shop. Let's just go ahead and... I forgot to start my timer on this. Anyway, so, yeah, nothing big with... That was fast. Yeesh. I think people were actually waiting for that. At any rate, let's go ahead and get things rolling. Because Kiwimon is a data type, in fact, all of his evolutions are data type, we now have the full triad available. When I was leveling him up, I fought Jamojimon, and those guys dropped Jamojimon eggs, so we can, if you viewers would like, go ahead and hatch a Jamojimon at some point in time. But again, you'll notice the 74%, that's kind of why I was hoping we'd get a 4-5 or a 5-5. At any rate, let's go ahead and get Bugsy out here. You know, on second thought, let's go ahead and keep Kiwi out for a little while longer. Extinct, the Kiwimon. And last time, Starmon of Passion asked us to talk to Bad Boy of the Digital World. So, let's do that. I hate the humans more than anything! Oh, poor Impmon. Huh? I didn't do anything wrong! Well, with a name like Devil Impmon, who else is he supposed to suspect? More quests from Devil Impmon! And of course my mouse does not want to click. Come on. Thank you. Isn't that a little extreme? Humans are to blame for all of this. It's all the humans' fault! Actually, it's Kurata's fault, because he can be blamed on for everything. Yes. They used to work for me, they don't listen to him at all now. Take out those 5 Impmon. Now, as you see, the Impmon are right here. They are virus type. Kiwi, the Extinct, is a data type. He will get creamed. So, Swappin' Orange, who is complaining of a lack of Digisoul. Well, I can fix that. And this also provides a perfect example. Take a look here how some of these Impmon are now wearing... Ooh! Excuse me, I don't have my quest tracker on. Look at how some of these Impmon now have blue names. For the purpose of this quest, it does not matter. Orange can still smack them around quite easily, and it will still count towards the quest goal. They're just not going to be likely to drop anything important like, oh, an Impmon egg? So remember, if you want an egg, white names are your friends. Of course, having said that, if an Impmon egg drops right now, I am going to squeak. Smack, smack. Also, by the time you guys see this video, if my planning works out right, you will have seen Beelzemon over with Mizuchi, huzzah, and you will get to see the lovely behemoth. I'm still debating, as of the recording of this video, whether or not to go ahead and get a toy gun. I'm leaning towards no, because that costs some. The toy gun is used to open up blast mode, and hello, that reminds me of something I need to do with Bugsy. Now, some people may be wondering, Piper, how in the world do you unlock evolutions if you've got the evolutors? Well, I'm a little overstocked on evolutors at the moment, but point still gets put across. What you do is you click the slot you want unlocked. Simple as that. Ta-da! We now can get to Okumon at level 25. And double ta-da! We can now get all the way up to Grand Kuwagamon when we hit level 41. That's gonna be a long while until we get there, though. So, go ahead and shrink that, and because I want Kiwi to get as much experience as he can. If I'm gonna keep calling him Kiwi, I should have named Kiwi. Wow. That's a slip for you. Okay. Itmon, tell us. So you're back. Text error. That happens. Yes, I know he has more quests. I just don't want to deal with it. Aha! Daily quest number 1. The first of, I believe, 3 in this area. It's your responsibility, daily quest. Dailies are always marked with a blue icon. And I think... Yes, I'm talking about you. Responsible. 5 mysterious objects. We learn about those mysterious objects in suspicious items. He has a funny feeling about items he found while fighting against those who rebelled against me. Yes, Devil Impmon is the leader of the Impmon. Ah! Okay. Impmon's warning. Da-da-da-da-da. Doesn't care if he's a human, still squish him. Frankly, if Karate got hit underneath a boulder... This guy makes Vamdemon look sane! English, Piper. This guy makes Myotismon's plans look sane. He is a scary, scary son of a... if you've not seen Season 5, I would recommend picking it up, if you can, or finding a spot that will let you watch it, because it's kind of interesting. I won't say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, because the greatest thing since sliced bread was Digimon's first introduction, and you kinda can't beat that. But let's tell him Impmon's warning. What? Who said this? Good grief, what an arrogant fool. How dare you try to... Extinct sounds like a seagull. Okay, we're moving forward. With great swiftness. Why do you need bark? Yada yada yada, blah blah blah. It's hot during the day and freezing at night. Since we are located quite a distance from the center, their support is minimal. I wish we had something to strike up a fire. I can't fetch fire logs myself, can I? That's a job for foolish guys like you! Oh, how I wish we could use a fire log against his head! Find Woodmon, take some bark from him. What? That isn't cruel, they're not living beings. Biggest ethical conundrum ever. Are Digimon real beings, even though they're made out of data? And even though they're a cartoon show, yes. If, hypothetically, Digimon were to show up in the real world, would they be real beings? Anyway. Oh, look, now he wants us to go fetch ingredients for his experiments. C'est la vie. Okay, first things first. Let's go ahead and... If I remember right, let me look real quick. It's your responsibility, the daily quest requires that you... Yes! Pick up mysterious objects from the Impmon. Let's do this in reverse order. First things first, we're going to not have a duel with your fierce enemy. We are going to head back over to Starmon of Passion. So, to those of you watching, thank you. To those of you who have joined in, I hope you'll go back and look at the earlier videos, even though by the time you're watching this, those will be rather outdated. I'm currently recording this the evening of November 19th. So, tomorrow, as of the time of this recording, I will be getting my hands on Skyward Sword, and we'll see how that goes. And here we are. Remember, whenever you're in a village, like Western Village, you recover from fatigue. If this meter ever gets too low, you will walk half as fast. Your attacks, your partner's attacks, will be half as powerful, and generally you're just gonna give yourself a bigger headache than you already do. So, report suspicious items. Those objects are not from the digital world. If they're not from digital world, I wonder where they could have come from. More quests. Aha! Daily quest number 2, eliminating risky factor. The trick with daily quests is not only do you have to get what they specify, as usual with every other quest, they will also give you currency and experience points. So if you've got a little guy freshly hatched, these are good things to go do. Especially if it's just killing somebody, like with the quest Starmon gives you. If it's just killing leader classes, you can take someone who's already over-leveled, go walk over to the leaders and say you're dying now. Suspicious items seem to be the direct cause of this situation. Go to the outskirts of Western Village, pass through what perhaps plan to help me. Yeah, extinct, feel bored, have fun. This ain't any easier for the rest of us. Okay, Frigimon, no quest here. Let's go ahead and check our items before we start hunting things. Look to be on the good side. Since one of the quests require Woodmon bark, and he is a virus, and I don't want my data playing with our viruses. That came out sounding off. Anyway, Orange, go flash fry me some wood, will ya? Get him! So, the... Yep, Woodmon leader, need 5 of those. Togemon leader, 5 of those. Impmon, 5 of those. Jamojimon, 5 of those. Things to note with Woodmon and Jamojimon leaders. Digmon, excuse me, Digmon leaders. Digmon and Woodmon leaders only show up in one spot, only one shows up at a time, which means if you start seeing a queue forming up, go ahead and swap to another channel. They'll tend to have quite a few available. So that's 1 down, 2 to go. Ooh, and we have Digmon boss popping up. Now would be a good time, actually. Let me show you exactly what that annoyance of all annoying looks like, so you know why I keep it turned off. You know, that's an interesting question to ask while I'm thinking about it. What are your favorite seasons of Digimon? Not necessarily what are your favorite Digimon in general, but what are your favorite seasons? Hey, he's actually a white. Orange! Personally... Personally, that's a tough question for me to answer, because so many of the seasons I find to be good. Season 1, which started it all, does have its flaws, but nostalgia takes care of a lot of those flaws because, well, it's Season 1. And here we have another random drop of Piyomon Claw! Traces of Piyomon Quest, now almost halfway done. So Season 1 has its place in my heart, but Season 2... I know a lot of people look at Season 2 and go, oh god, gag me with a spoon, it's horrible. I don't get it. I really don't get why people look at Season 2 and go, gag me with a spoon. It's not that bad. Davis is annoying, they yell. Davis is the only one with a solid grasp of his own character. True, that solid grasp tends to leave him being an annoyance, but he's got a dream and he goes for it. You kinda gotta respect people that actually take that kind of jump. Maybe that's just me. Season 3 gave us Guilmon and Impmon, and frankly those two kind of top my favorite Digimon list, right up there with Omegamon, or if you prefer the English name, Omnimon. So, Season 3 I do enjoy. Mind you, the midway point and then the D-Reaper pretty much had me going, oh dear lord, it's Serial Experiments Lane for kids. Season 4 was a bit too Power Rangers-esque for me, but I liked Season 5. Mind you, you can make a drinking game out of how many times Marcus punches something with his fist, and we have another element for finding traces of Piyomon. And that was the last of the leaders we needed to get for the Woodmon. Moving on to Togemon! but we got none of Woodmon's bark. Okay, never mind, not moving on to Togemon. We're going back to the Woodmon to get that bark. But we wait for the last 3 Jamojimon to be Digimon, Jamojimon, Digimon. Presume I'm speaking of the mole, not the drill. And then I just got them all confused again. I was talking about Season 5 and how you can make a drinking game out of how many times Marcus punches something out. I think they focused a bit too much on him, just as a whole and in general, because he's turns into the heart and soul of the story, but he's Goku. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm calling Marcus Goku, the equivalent therefore to Wit. A Goku who needs some serious, like, help. Ugh. Oh, Fine Traces of Piamon, not the Wood Drop. Huh, okay. This is why I have the boss alert setting turned off. Takes up the screen completely. Utter and total annoyance. Okay. Going over to options. And getting rid of it. No! Remember, if you don't want that to pop up ever again, boss alert. Off. If the music's not enough of a cue, or the appearance isn't enough of a cue. Speaking of which, you'd think they'd be taken out by now, so let's go ahead and pop over and see. Is nobody trying to take out these Jamojimon? Really? Really? Oh, nope, somebody is. Where are they? There he is. Ah, and yes, people are trying to take him out. Okay. Well, I notice we're getting in kind of to 16, 17 minutes into this. So, well, I realize we did not get very far. Next time, I will have completed all of these quests, and that will set us up to move on to the next area. The next area on our map... Now, let me show the map real quick. As a reminder, they have opened up this side as of the time of this recording. Just these 2 areas as of the time of this recording. Next time, we should be able to move into Western Area Outskirts, which I've been to before, which is why that part of my map is open. And from there, finish up the quests and move up into the area above it, whose name escapes me at the moment. So, next time on Project D3, I turn in a bunch of quests, and we proceed on as we proceed on. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time.